What is up, YouTube? Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Peace and blessings to those individuals out there healing and prospering. So let's get right to it. So this has been on my mind ever since I learned this the hard way about uh, working in America and having a 9 to 5 job as like a way of means of getting money and resources and building this lifestyle that we need to have in order to stay here in this country. So I know what you wondering, like where am I getting with this? I've realized as a US citizen, I'm very blessed to have the benefits that I have here in America compared to somebody who is coming here illegally, who is coming here trafficked, or who is like working their ass off just to build a lifestyle, build a life here in America, because who knows, they're getting away from war, they're getting away from poverty. It doesn't matter. They all come here for one reason only, and that's to build a better, healthy lifestyle of either building a family or building a life, either by starting a business or working a job to provide for their family. So let's get that out the way. Since I was fully aware of my benefits and who I was and how grateful and blessed I am to be a US citizen in America, I'm willing to say it's not overrated, but at the same time it's not all that. Because for one, I don't even feel like there's any much of a difference compared to like my parents' situation and my situation. There's only like a language barrier, but overall, they're making good money. I'm making good money, and it just boils down to one thing, and that's financial literacy. The one common thing that I've noticed about rich people and poor people, because you could be middle class and still be poor, you can be middle class and still be rich, but rich people and poor people is financial literacy and how financial literate they are. They live below their means. They're not afraid to put their pride to the side and understand, like, hey, my necessities come first before my wants. And most importantly, they're humble. And with that, they're very grateful, big, high-spirited people. I wish more people would understand this, but unfortunately, everybody wants to be a victim. Everybody wants to have this high self-esteem about themselves because they've been through so much that they feel like they're better than everybody, but in reality, they're really no different than the last person they met or the next person they'll meet. We're all the same. We just come from different struggles. Some struggles make other people, just lose it. Some struggles, my bad. Let me take that back. Some struggles are harder for other people. Some struggles are easy for other people. But at the end of the day, what doesn't hurt you makes you stronger. But I'm not gonna. Everybody has free will to feel like they're entitled as a tough person. This is part 2 of where I left off at. So where am I going with this again? Most people here in America will never understand how grateful of the amount of money they're making because of the fact that they are not financially literate. They have never met a person who has went through hell just to get to this country and make a great living and save up so much money by just spending on their needs and getting what they need in order to become a citizen or to get into excuse me, in order to build the family and healthy lifestyle that they dream of. Because who knows, like I said, poverty, war, it doesn't matter. They're all here for one reason only. So with that, I'm willing to say that since I understand this, I feel like, honestly, I have no reason to be here in America unless I'm here for one reason only, and that's the money. Because of the fact that the U.S. passport holds weight, thanks, I ain't gonna lie, I didn't even know about this until I came across Passport Bros, and they made this awareness, and I even like, I don't even like to mention it because, Passport Bros is like a whole different other situation. I don't even like saying it, but thanks to them and me learning about these, I wouldn't say refugees, but these immigrants who will come to America and risk their life for this freedom. Well, it's not really freedom. It's more like this value of currency to build a better life. And here I am as a U.S. citizen, not aware of this until not aware of this until I go broke or I go homeless, which I have. I went homeless. I went broke too many times. And then, when you start to get into those situations, you start to realize, like, is this money actually worth it? Can this money actually sustain me and give me the lifestyle I want? But then you also question yourself, because money has no owners, only receivers. So now think about that. You can't just get money, assume that you're just gonna be rich. Because unless you're like a surgeon, a doctor, a nurse, working, like, if we're being honest here, working like 60 to 80 hours a week, you can probably throw in some like IT engineer, stuff like that. I'm not really aware, but STEM, any type of STEM degree, or business owners working 60, 80 hours a week, making 6 figures and up. Can you really say like anything less than 6 figures is sustainable? I say, in my humble opinion, yeah, I think it's very sustainable. It just depends on you as a person and how much debt are you willing to get into to have a better life down the road. But yes, I said debt, even though getting into debt is another trap in itself, which, I'll make another video about. But as a U.S. citizen, you should question yourself, like, why are you here in America? Because of the fact that things are changing, the environment is changing, the education is changing, and me working 13 to 14 jobs, going from restaurant, warehouses, factories, I'm just starting to realize a pattern of incompetence and dealing with low value people. And here's the funny part. It's everywhere. Like, every job in America has this issue. They always say that nobody wants to work, this and that. There's a reason why nobody wants to work. There's a wage issue. There's an environment issue. Like, it's kind of like, how do I put it? Like, America is its worst enemy. We will never be invaded. America is its own enemy in itself. You ever met a person who's always trying to act like they're a victim and assume that everybody's out to get them, or everybody this and that, but in reality, all they had to do was just take a step back, breathe, and listen to what that other person was saying, instead of reacting emotionally and trying to, deal with these problems as if like they're bigger issues, but in reality, they're just smaller issues, because they themselves don't have no type of self-control or, emotional maturity. That is literally America for you. You cannot like expect to think that America would change when the reality is just going downhill from this point. So, those are my 2 cents. I'll leave it as that. If you like the video, comment, all that good stuff.